Excuse me, would you be Maren?
Who are you? And how do you know my name?
Ed Teal sent me.
Ed? But I just... Wait. What do you mean Ed sent you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Captain Edwin Teal.
Are you saying he's here? And he's alive?
He was when I left the ship. He wants to meet you. And he told me to give you this.
He wants to meet me. What else did he tell you?
He said you would give me information about the treasure.
Treasure? What treasure?
What you desire most in all the world. Does that ring any bells?
Listen, whoever you are, I am simply not ready to meet him. And not just yet, anyway. I have matters that need attending first. Urgent matters. Since you have treasure on your mind, perhaps you should seek that first. We can speak again at my home. At any time you choose.
Yeah, but you will meet with Teal, right? 'Cause I'm here to see to that.
Oh, yes, of course. I just need a moment to, prepare.
What about the treasure? What can you tell me?
Oh, yeah, right. There persists a legend about the treasure. It actually says, "He who finds it learns the surest path to his most cherished dream." The stories tell of a cartographer who lived on this archipelago a few hundred years ago. He had a legendary thirst for adventure. He found the treasure in the furthest corners of Antilor. He is said to have hidden it somewhere here, on these islands. I investigated the legend for some time, and came upon the cartographer's name, Nanook Konga. In fact, I found his family tomb on the grounds of the old cemetery. I suggest you start there.
That's a lot more than I've had to work with so far. Thank you.
Ah, yes, of course. I must return home, and it seems as though you have your own fish to fry. Catch? Fry. Go find your treasure. Come and see me soon. You know I long for the day I can lose myself in the warmth of your body, but this is just too...
Maren, dearest, how can we not do this? We have to try, at least. That man, if you can call him that, left me here, like this.
Oh, he's here. You're back, and with perfect timing. Allow me to introduce...
Ed Teal, the infamous pirate, at your service.
You're the pirate? I mean, like, the pirate? I couldn't help overhearing.
I'm afraid so. I got stranded here about 10 years ago, but I'm going to take what's rightfully mine.
Edwin, we have to think this through. Come, let's go inside. We've got a lot to talk about. Welcome to our modest home. I hope you like it.
Love it. Walls match the floors. Very classic. But let me get something straight. You're Teal's soul, is that right?
That's right. That piece of shit walked off with my body about 10 years ago. And now he's returned to try and take Maren from me too? And that's just not going to happen. Quite the contrary. I intend to take back what's rightfully mine.
Oh, what are you planning to do?
We want to force the captain to let his soul back in.
And for that, we need your help.
I'm all ears.
All right. Before we get down to brass tacks, maybe we should address what you already know. Or don't.
Why exactly does Teal, the captain, want Maren?
Strange as it may be, there's still a connection between us. I'm almost certain that he and I share some, well, I don't know about feelings, but a sense of attachment with respect to Maren. Much as I love Maren with every fiber of my spiritual essence, I believe he thinks he loves her with every part of his mortal being.
Thinks?
I'm not sure he's capable of feeling any true emotions as you or I understand them.
How is it that you can be so different from you?
When he left the island, I remained behind, unable to leave, without a body, no longer able to experience the world with my human senses.
But he lost the greater portion of himself, too.
Don't you see? I'm sure he was scarcely aware of it at first. But with me, he also left behind all positive emotion, all joy of life, all conscience, the essence of what it truly is to be human. Does it astonish you that he can be so cruel?
Why haven't you managed to talk to the captain?
Why? Better to ask why he, the brave, dread Captain Teal, sends the likes of you for Maren in his stead. He knows I remain here, and he wants nothing to do with me.
He knowingly avoids you?
Just like you might knowingly avoid a contagion. On some level, he knows that to reunite with me would be a kind of death for what he has become. And believe me, it's the last thing he'd want.
I think I've heard all I need to hear.
There's no simpler way to put it. The goal is reunification, to make us a single unified being again. First, there's a problem that needs solving. Divided or no, we never completely lost our connection. Something remains. Even now I get a sense of his thoughts, his mind. I can but assume the reverse is true.
So you knew Teal was coming?
He, if you don't mind, that he was coming. And actually no. Hence the situation I face now. It's been several months since I've sensed the least inkling of his doings. I started to fear the possibility that he might be dead. But if he still lives, as you say, I can only conclude he's found some method of obscuring his thoughts from my view.
In other words, it seems fairly certain that he's gotten himself an Ikeorte.
An Ika what?
Ikeorte, an artifact that serves to shield its bearer's thoughts or intentions from any, shall we say, inordinate scrutiny.
Yes, and we need to relieve him of it.
What does it look like?
Your guess is as good as mine. It could be anything. A hat, a pendant, a spade, even a parrot. Think. Is there any item in particular he recently keeps, an eye on?
I don't know. Maybe his diary, journal, logbook, whatever.
I don't think so. That's probably a deck journal. He's been writing in that for years. But no, it would certainly be something more unusual.
Now that you mention it, in his cabin, I saw a glass jar with fireflies inside. Teal keeps it on his desk. Unusual enough?
A glass jar? With fireflies? That's gotta be it.
How is it that you know what a Ika Yorte is?
I was studying to become a shaman before. Studying knowledge from the old times. Its ways, its artifacts. tangible connections to the past one can still see, still hear, still touch.
Now, if only your magic could render your lover more tangible.
It's hardly something to discuss with strangers, but he's the love of my life. I could never be with anyone else. He gives me joy that I've never had.
I wasn't really talking about personality.
I know. I miss it every day more. I'll do anything I can to reunite them.
Can you tell me anything else about the treasure?
I can, but I won't. I will tell you everything after the reunification. Otherwise, I won't see you ever again.
Be seeing you around then.
Do you have it? Do you have Ezekiorti?
Whoa there, take a breath. I can't just break in and steal it. He'll know.
So what, then? You have a better idea?
Maybe. Glowing insects.
For what?
For a glass jar.
Oh, you want to swap it for a fake one? Yes, that could work. But they're not insects. In fact, they're manifest remnants, evil spirits, to be perfectly plain, of walking trees. We call them Kavlavok. They take the form of fat greenish fireflies. To capture the spirits, you must kill the tree.
Where can I find one?
They are called Ungama. Their lair is only a short way from here. I'll mark the location on your map. But to gain entry, normally, only a shaman can.
Well, that's a problem. How the hell am I supposed to?
You don't have to. Here, take this. It's a ceremonial stone. The symbol on it reads Kavlavok. The spirit should allow you safe passage.
Handy. Time to go.
Wait, there's something else. This tome was written by a wise man, a mystic, who knew much about the spirits within all material beings. Maybe you'll find it useful.
Better read than dead, huh?
Yes. Oh, by the way, this island is huge. Near the place we first met, there is a horse in the corral. Her name's Ningarnet. Consider her a gift. Tell me there's hope for us. Lie if you must.
I won't do that. I don't have to. I'm pretty sure I avoided the warranty on my liver, but, well, here it is.
Oh gods, it's really happening. There's not a moment to waste. Please, give it to Edwin.
Welcome, friend. How are you enjoying life on our archipelago?
Probably less than you're going to. I've got Teal Zikiorte.
Yes! I knew you'd pull it off. No more Captain Teal, rummaging through my every thought. Talk to Maren, she'll know our next move.
Sure. By the way, I've met Laura and James.
Well, that's nice. What's new?
With him, not a lot. But I'm getting that you may know the location of the treasure.
Well, I don't. Not really. People suspect it might be aboard that flying ship. Come to think of it, where the hell else would it be? But nobody knows how to get up there. Seaborne murmurings tell of a man named Nanook Conga, the cartographer, and of his archives on the south end of Tornar Island. Might be a good place to look.
Where, exactly?
The legend says you must use a glass map to find it, and the doors can only be opened with 3 special keys.
What keys?
They're the layers of the glass map.
Layers.
Ah, one more thing. Take the gate with the sun carving. That part was important. The moon gate is a trap.
Useful, thanks.
Actually, there's more. Seeing as I'm only a spirit, I'm sorry I can't offer you more than information. But I can tell you this. The pirate Charlie Lips lost his helmet when he fled the Wandering Wrath.
A helmet? And I care about this why?
It's an artifact of great power. Maren saw it carried off by one of the Olorums to an abandoned hamlet called Senurk. You find it, it's yours for the taking.
Wow. You made it. Well then, let's get right to the point.
Which is?
We still need someone capable of performing the reunification. My magic isn't gonna cut it.
Something tells me you've already got someone in mind.
Yes, I know of someone who can help us. His name is Tornak, and if you can convince him to help us...
Convince? Is this gonna be a problem?
Well, you never know. But that's not the only problem. I don't actually know where he is now.
Well, that's a problem. How am I supposed to find him, exactly?
I said I don't know exactly where he is. But I have some information on him. He was last seen traveling to the island of Sawak. And if he got there, I don't suspect he ever left.
That's your information? He went on Sowak, gods know when, and that means you don't suspect that he ever left, if he made it.
I know, it's a little spotty. But trust me, if he went there, he's still there.
There's really nothing else that you can tell me about him.
Isn't that enough?
Do you think it is?
I know it's vague, but trust me, he has to be on Sawak. The only question is, where exactly? But Sawak is half the size of this island.
Well, that's great. Are the monsters there half-size too?
That's all I can really tell you right now.
All right, fine. Hope I won't be looking for someone who's long gone.
Trust me, you'll find him. Here, take this. It will surely be helpful to you.
Thanks, I guess. What makes you so certain he's still on that island?
Let's call it a woman's intuition, and leave it at that.
Is there anything special I should know before I visit Sawak?
Yes, it's a dangerous place, completely overrun by monsters. Even when people lived here in prosperity, we never explored that island. It was too unsafe.
Sounds like fun.
It isn't. Please be very careful.
May I ask you a personal question?
That depends. How personal?
Don't you miss more human companionship?
That is too personal.
See you later.
Time you and I had a little talk, boy.
Yes?
You've been a busy little out and about, haven't you? And I know you've met my miserable soul. How is he doing these days?
I imagine he's doing whatever disembodied souls do.
Our connection seems to have suddenly been broken. That's a problem. Is he alive?
Rephrase the question.
You know, I think I have an idea what's happened, boy.
Yes, I've convinced Maren. She wants to see you.
Let's be very clear about this. You're saying she chooses me. Not him. Me.
Exactly. She really wants to see you, Captain.
Well now, that's what I wanted to hear. Where will I meet her?
The Crypt of Tornar.
Quite a romantic place.
It's her wish, Captain. I'm just the messenger.
Then make it so.
Fourth time today? Why can't Cutter throw me a bone, eh?
I've met Seela. She wanted to give you this.
So you know now. My poor little sis. Hope she's in a better place now.
You could have told me.
Would it change anything? It had to end that way. But I'm sorry if you feel cheated.
Never mind.
How did the meeting with Tornak go?
Could have been worse. He agreed to help us. Now I have to help with the preparations. Actually, your help will be needed as well.
Just tell me. I'll do whatever's necessary.
We need something that belongs to Edwin. Something that has great emotional value to him. Any idea what that might be?
Well, yes. I think I know what that would be. It's in my workshop. Follow me.
Lead the way. What? We're here.
I spend quite some time carving here. Like there's anything else to do.
Good point. But what does it have to do with Edwin?
He's very sensitive, and he appreciates my... well, art, for a lack of a better word. Maybe he values these figurines precisely because he lacks a body of his own. I don't really know. He really wants to be a complete person again. Here, take this one. I think it's his favorite. Sometimes he spends hours just looking at it.
Hope this does the trick. Now, you've got to get Edwin to the crypt on Tornar Island. We'll perform the ritual there.
You've been so very kind to help us. And you've never asked for anything in return. Is there something, anything, I could help you with?
As a matter of fact, there is. That treasure I asked about some time ago. Do you know anything that could help me find it?
Just like I said before, I know of that treasure. I know much more than everyone else. So if this is what you're looking for, your risk will be worth the gamble.
All right. I'll take this figurine to the shaman. Meet me in the crypt on Tornar for the ritual. See you there.
We'll be there. Thank you.
What did you do to Tornak?
I thought you know by now.
What exactly happened?
Oh gods, what can I possibly say? He probably told you everything. I just couldn't let him kill Seela. Back then I thought that all of this was reversible. I thought that one day she could be my sister again. I was naive, ignorant. But there was no... What could I do? What was I supposed to do?
So you're saying that he has every right to hate you?
Yes, it was all my fault. I failed him. I failed Seela. I failed everyone.
I didn't know you were an artist.
I'm not. Not really. These are just little things I do to kill time. There's really not too much art in it. You can plainly see that. But Edwin likes it. And it's nice to hear that somebody appreciates your work. Besides, I think it reminds him of the times when he was, you know, more physical.
Your sister, was she an artist as well?
She loved beauty. Before she changed, she painted and loved to sculpt. But later, well, you know what happened. She never lost her admiration for beauty, even when she...
Don't you ever get lonely having just a ghost to be with?
What do you think? Of course I get lonely. But Edwin is the love of my life. I would never leave him. I just have to do whatever it takes to give him his human form back. It is all that matters to me now.
Has it ever crossed your mind to be with somebody else? I mean, literally, somebody else?
What a completely inappropriate question. But yes, I suppose it has. I want to have someone next to me, like any woman. You speak as if I'm some manner of freak. But these are just moments of weakness. And temporary, I hope, in the bargain. I know I love him. And if there's a chance for him to be real again, I will do anything to make it happen.
If you know so much about the treasure, why haven't you gone looking for it yourself?
You think I haven't? But no. It was too much for me to cope with. Eventually, I just gave up.
I'll be going now. I have your clay.
Good. Do they know what they're supposed to do? Where they need to come?
They know. They should be here any time now.
Excellent. Everyone has arrived, and we can begin.
Stop. This can't happen. I'll tell you where to find the treasure. Just leave Maren in peace.
It sounds interesting. Agreed. Do you still wish me honor my part of the deal?
Yes. Reunite Ed Teal with his soul.
What? You poxy son of a sea cow. Curse and damn your eyes! May your wife give birth to a whale! I will!
So, my dear apprentice, where is it?
Do you remember the legend you told me when I was under your instruction? About the cartographer? It turns out it's no legend. Every single word of it is true. Follow the legend and you'll be able to find the treasure.
If you're lying to me, I'll find you. I know it, you know it. As for now, however, I'll have to leave you here. Maybe there's hope for these gods-forsaken islands out there.
On here! Why is he still alive? Where the fuck is my treasure? You tricked me, and you shall die, son. Get him, lads!
I still can't believe this. You did it.
I'm truly impressed. To the very end, you've been a man of your word. Promises are easy to make, but not always easy to keep.
Sometimes they're impossible to keep.
I'm so happy. I don't know what to say.
I scarcely would have guessed it. That you'd turn out to be a loyal hand?
Sometimes people can surprise you, Captain.
How can I? My lieutenant turned out to be a liar and betrayed me. But you've shown me that there is a hope, and you will be rewarded. 10 years ago, while searching for the treasure, I came across a lighthouse keeper's journal. He wrote about items he'd looted from the archives of Antalor. He claims they let him explore the world like no man yet born.
Can you give me that journal?
I don't have it. The moldy pages turned to dust when I tried to read it. It's locked, the lighthouse. But there's a key under the mat. According to the journal, at least. The lighthouse is on Sawak. I never had a chance to see if the old sloth's gibberish was true.
Thank you, Captain. So what now? The treasure?
No. Shaman Tornak will be having his own plans for it, I expect. I've found all the treasure I'll be needing. Life aboard ship isn't suitable for a woman. I'll be dropping anchor and staying here on the archipelago.
What about your ship and your crew?
What about them? This captain's getting old, boy. Cutter will see to everything. Being here, I've changed. She's changed me.
It's like a dream. I still can't believe it's true.
Go. Together.
We will. But there is one more thing. Tornak.
What's wrong with him?
Because of me, he was turned to stone for 8 years. He went to find the treasure, and I fear the worst. Could you check what happened to him?
If you're asking so kindly, sure.
Legend says that Nanook Kanga was a cartographer. Tornak told me this story when I was his apprentice.
Go on.
It's said that Nanook was unbelievably skilled at map drawing and amazingly precise. Cartography was his God's given gift. He was the first to sail around Antilor, and he drew the first world map. But Throglin judged such hunger for knowledge improper for mortal man, and punished Nanook. Nobody knows what became of him.
Is there anything more you can tell me?
People believe that his workshop is guarded by a sleeping immortal watchman. It is said that only the song Aviak Kora Morak, played on the harp of 1,000 strokes, can wake him. I don't know where the harp can be found, but I found the score of that song in the cartographer's archives.
You've been there? In the archives?
I have.
What happened?
I was searching for a treasure. What one desires most in the world. I wish I could go back in time to set everything right. A terrible fate befell my sister. She became a basilisk. Became something that brought people great terror. A monster. I wanted to find a way to end my sister's pain.
But you failed.
I failed. In Nanook's archives, I discovered a vial of strange, glowing liquid. It moved like quicksilver and glowed warm like I don't know what, like nothing I'd ever seen. I can't even explain it now, but I immediately, instinctively felt it to be some strange, magical curative. A medicine before the gods. I removed the stopper. I don't know, I wanted to touch or taste or smell or in some way sense that healing warmth. Gods! By the time I felt the darkness of disease filling the air around me, it was too late. Much too late.
So what happened?
A nightmare. Within days, the people of Sanark were turning into them. Olorums. Those humanoid creatures they were killing. Those monsters. They were my tribe. My people. In the beginning, I was trying to protect them. But now, whoever they were before, they're not human anymore. I thought better to die than to live as those things. and it's all my fault.
What is Avio Kor Amarak?
It's a song. It means awaking of the watchman, written for a harp. I don't know the origin of the song. It's as old as Antalor, maybe older.
Can you tell me something about this harp of 1,000 strokes?
Just that it's a mysterious instrument, said to have been made by Throglin himself. The god of earth is thought to be a maker of harmonious music, he who plays most cleverly. Only the sound of the harp of 1,000 strokes can wake a watchman. He heeds the call of Throglin.
How about flying ships?
Hard not to see, isn't it? In the cartographer's archives, that ship appears in several reliefs as Nanook's vessel. Some people think it's where the treasure is. Most people. What they usually look for is a way in.
What do you think?
Could be a prank. Magic of some kind. Or it could be the real thing. Good hiding place right there in the open. So close, yet so far away.
Thank you for sharing all of this.
No, I thank you for everything. I believe we can finally go home. Can I clarify something for you?
Let me think.
Everyone...
All right. Reunite Ed Teal with his soul.
You sure you want me to proceed with this?
I'm sure. Reunite Ed Teal with his soul.
What? You poxy son of a sea cow. Curse and damn your eyes!
I fulfilled my end of the bargain. And you, Maren, you will pay for what you have done. You shall suffer until the end of your days. Know that what is going to happen here is all your fault. And to ensure Teal remains in his new form, I must dispose of he who might reverse the spell. Time for you to die now. Believe me, it's nothing personal.
Everything jives. Now where's that treasure, son?
I guess I made you a promise. On the southern end of Tornar Island, you'll find a chamber with a tree growing in it. The treasure is hidden behind the door with the moon sign. Do not confuse them. The door with the sun sign is a trap.
That's all I wanted to know. I won't be taking any more of your time. Goodbye, and so long. You too, mate. Not so clever now, are you? Ha!
He was petrified because of you! It's your fault! Your fault!
You have betrayed me, boy.
You promised Tornak to take revenge on me.
And your foolish decision shall cost us. To be turned into stone was probably the worst experience of my life.
It was part of the plan.
You should have told us.
On the other hand, thanks to him, we can be together.
So it's not all bad to yield up my breath when your body goes cold?
I scarcely would have guessed it. That you'd turn out to be a loyal hand.
Everyone...
Wait. The deal is off. Don't reunite Teal with his soul. Maren, I'm sorry, but I can't betray Ed Teal. And that means I can't let his soul join his body. You're going to have to choose one or the other.
What? How can you?
I'm sorry, but this is the only way to solve this situation.
I'm sorry, Edwin. Can you possibly understand? I love you. Can you ever forgive me?
Oh, stop this nonsense. You make me sick. Why do you care what she wants? It doesn't matter. I was ready to fulfill my part of the deal. She belongs to me. And now, she will die.
No!
Ed, take her away. I will deal with it.
Why? I suspected from the beginning that you'd lost your mind to the thought of that treasure. It was there in your eyes. Now, by the articles of the Coastal Brethren, I find you guilty of the highest treason and sentence you to death.
Is this what I asked for? You forced me. You forced me to choose.
He made a bold stroke, like a man. You should be grateful. Thanks to him, we can be together.
Yes, my love. Of course, you're right. And really doesn't matter now. What's done is done.
I scarcely would have guessed it. That you'd turn out to be a loyal hand?
Sometimes people can surprise you, Captain.
That's one way to put it. My trusted lieutenant. A lying